We are on the brink of things falling apart on us daily. Gas prices out of control, food higher than it ever been, clothing is expensive, everything is out of control. You go outside, you don't know what to expect the next day. The next day, you don't know what's happening. You dare not watch the news because you don't know it's going to be the same old thing. They don't talk about nothing else. It's always the same thing. They talk about the same thing. We got war in the Middle East there. All our entire fleet is out there almost, pretty much. It's good to show force, but, I ain't worried about what's going to happen here. you know, you got to be careful. We got to be protected. So, but things are going out of control. Every day, you don't know what's happening. And every day, it's not the same. But it is the same. You go past the gas price. And before it was so cheap, now it's expensive again. They don't want you to drive electric vehicles. They don't want you to go buy electric vehicles and make it so high. Did they do it on purpose? Why is electric vehicle? It's supposed to be $20,000 for an electric vehicle. $20,000. Why is it $100,000? How can you afford that? Even with the rebate and everything. How are you gonna afford? You have $100,000 in the bank. Then what, you buy this vehicle. How you gonna maintain it? Do they know how to fix it? Did they build it properly? Was the workers happy when they were building it? I say that because a lot of things happen weird. I mean, my late father, he had an Oldsmobile. It came out. He wanted it built at the factory. It came out. You got it for one of those chrome mirrors. His came out of the factory with a sport mirror. That's colors. It looked like a sport, like a cone, and he had a regular mirror. How can they mix up with that? How did that get out of the factory like that? Huh? A lot of weird stuff going on. That's American vehicle. It's made in America. Just overseas things can happen too. But a lot of recalls going on. A lot of recalls. What happened? Are they not building things properly anymore? Do we have to worry about why all this is happening? Because times have changed. My goodness, it's 2026. We already know what happened already in 2021 to 2023. We don't have to go through that again. Before that, how was things? 2019, people were working, making money. Now, the profession that I was in, I can believe how chaotic it is. Companies are tightening up. They don't need a whole bunch of IT specialists come in. Because when you walk in there, it's a lot of money. It's big money, hundreds of dollars, 150, basically, 150 an hour. Yeah. Do I see that? No, but that's how much it is. If you come in if you come in, you represent yourself. Yeah, then you would get that. But when other hands get in there, it gets crazy. But again, we're on this brink of problems. Things are not working. That's like I said, the electric vehicle, we can't even buy one. Can you buy one? You don't want to take out a bank loan. Those loans are high, sky high. You already see what happens chasing the balance happen. Yeah. Oh, by the way, the chasing the balance, no interest. Yeah, no interest, zero. But I'll check at the end of the month. I bet you it has to be interest, right? Because they always do that. When you pay it all, it has to be something. But see, yeah, you pay off that bill. You don't want anything following you. And they don't want you to have such a bill. But they do, really. To be honest with you, they want you to have a bill outstanding, and you keep paying, and you never stop paying. The mortgage. If you have the money to buy your house out right now, say you owe maybe $30,000. If you have the money, pay it off. That's a heck of a little process they go when you do that. Why you? Because, well, another thing, you have a mortgage, you don't have to worry about taxes and stuff. The bank takes care of all that. But then when you own that house, scot-free, all kind of stuff happens when you do that. Yeah. You have to pay the taxes. I know they're doing something now where you don't have to pay the taxes, especially if you're 65 and older. They're trying to say, well, gee, they've been here a long time. Why do they have to keep paying? Same thing with Social Security. You still got to pay on it. Or why don't seniors have 100% coverage the president, the whole staff, the Congress, the Senate, everybody in that system, they don't have to pay what we have to pay. 80%, even your insurance from your vehicle, your PIP. Never had a bother with it until I got into it. I had a bother with it. Boy, they only pay 80%. You're responsible for 20%. Then the insurance company said, "Hey, we'll give you this much money to cover that." Yeah, but don't you get anything from it? Don't you put so much money in insurance? What does insurance do for you? Remember, they are running a business. They have to make a profit. They should give you 100% coverage. I think they do have 100% coverage. You have to pay more for that. And why isn't the government offering you 100% coverage if you're a senior? 100% coverage. So and also cover another thing. It's weird too. Vision and dental is not covered, or is it covered? Regular insurance, it's not covered, but you need dental and you need vision, right? Otherwise, people are gonna just find other ways to get glasses. Yeah. It's a shame, but this is the way we live. The food off the shelves, they have chemical. Why do we have all these chemicals? Doritos, or things like Doritos. When they came out, corn and flavoring, real flavor, real cheese, real nacho cheese. They got all kind of chemical. They do that to make it stretch, to make it cheaper for them and charge more for it. You know those bags have been 59 cents. I don't want to give away my age, but there's been 59 cents for those big bags. What do you pay now? $5? $20? I can't even eat that stuff. I eat that stuff, I start choking. I get sick. Can't eat that stuff. It's a shame. Why? And most of that stuff don't taste like anything. An oatmeal raisin cookie. Should it taste like an oatmeal raisin cookie? It tastes bland to me. Chocolate chip cookies, soft. I have to eat soft. They're too hard to break your teeth. Why is it hard? And why are they tiny? Why would the soft ones be tiny and the other ones? When I was a kid, the chocolate chip was big. That coffee cake, I forget I think it was Hostess. I can't remember. Drake company, they're gone. Everything's like under a different brand. But the coffee cake for 25 cents, 10 cents, you get this big coffee cake. Wow. And it tastes like coffee cake. They don't have those anymore. It's miniaturized. What's going on? That's what's going on. The world is different. Everything's expensive. Why is it if the Middle East have problems, our gas go up? Executives, we got to charge more. Why? If there's enough fuel to take care of the United States for 10 years, why do we have to have higher gas prices? Because this is the way the system is. A disaster. Everything shoots up. Why? Why would a disaster cause everything to shoot up? Why? Why does it happen? You get an accident. If you're not at fault, then you're okay. But you try to get your insurance back, they say, well, we got to pay so much out to you. So your insurance is sky high. But you didn't cause the accident. That was somebody else. They don't care. You're supposed to have one accident for free. But do they count an accident that wasn't your fault for free? The system is not working right. It doesn't work right. You go to the hospital, this walk in there for an emergency room, it's over almost 4, 5, 6,000. Why is it so high? Why is prescription so high? Why are everything so high? Why do we have to pay so much more? When they had things in the shelves, not there, in America, where everything's supposed to be made here, then the blank hit the fan, the wake-up call is come through, and they find out there's nothing made here no more. Everything's made overseas. And overseas, they don't care. I can show you a lot of products that don't hold up like they're supposed to. Why don't they hold up as they're supposed to? Is it stitched properly? You put a tie on. Does it fall apart? You put pants on. Does it break apart? How many washes can it go through? And the detergent you're using, is it cleaning or is it staining your clothes? I'm serious. Dishwasher. Do you know when the dishwasher washes your dishes? You ever wonder where all the particles go? Do they go out the drain? Or they stay inside? Then they coat it onto your, you say, wow, my glasses, why are they so spotty? And gritty too. That means you got to clean it. Yeah, you got to clean it out. You got to clean it. You got to get some vinegar. White vinegar is your best friend. I would advise you get the biggest one you can. Okay? Because it does, and baking soda. Those are the two things you need. You have to buy real brand. You can buy generic. Because the generic, it's the same company make it. Just say generic on it. You know, and it has to be the same. But some companies, they get away with making it less effective too. Yeah, and they can get away with it because it's okay. But we shouldn't feed our kids all the stuff that we're feeding the kids because it's not good. Did you ever go to a store and read the label? The label is all the way down and you can't read it, and it has a lot of dyes and chemicals. Why do you feed your children all that stuff? And why would you eat it? And stuff that say all natural or natural flavoring. Did you hear what I said? All natural and natural flavoring. Natural flavoring. What does that mean? Chemical. Sugar, milk, eggs. That's how the cakes were made. They use this corn syrup to substitute sugar. And gone beyond corn syrup now. That's why soda don't taste the same. I know soda's not good for you. Then you have diet soda. Then you have Coke Zero. And you have the zero products too. Cola Zero. Okay, you got all these stuff. They all taste different. What's in the zero? How do they get so sweet? It's sweet. A lot of caffeine in those. Be careful. Coffee. I never drank coffee in my life. 2023 is the first time I drink coffee, but I didn't know which one to get. And I saw this guy there and said, hey, which one do you get? He said, well, you can get two of them and mix them together. Oh, you can mix them together? Which is the best? And he picked out two flavors. And I tried it, and I said, it was okay. Coffee is supposed to keep you up, but it puts me to sleep. I fall asleep. Yeah, so what's the purpose of drinking it if you're going to fall asleep, right? It's tough. But we're on the brink. Things have gone out of control. Things are not like they used to be. And I can give my age away. When I was a kid, ice cream was a half a gallon of ice cream. Real half a gallon, half the gallon, 59 cents. That's cheap, isn't it? Real ice cream, not this dye and chemical and it's using some kind of oil or plant-based and make it look like ice cream. If you put melted cheese on your toast, does it melt or does it stay like it is? Something to think. What is that? Is that real cheese? Cheese is supposed to melt, right? Shoot. I have my own, this is a chef channel. We have Albert's Voice Chef. Check it out. This is a talk channel. Okay, we have a talk show as well. You can listen to those videos, Okay? And if you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe, okay? And it helps the channel grow. But hey, this what's going on is not good. It's not good. It's not good. And we're going into 2027. Are we going to make it to 2030 at this rate with all this going on? It's really bad. It's too expensive. Nobody can buy a new car. It's expensive. And finance it is out of control. And insurance for it, whoo, especially. They want to know which vehicle you're going to buy. Hey, I'm going to get this new SUV. It's fully electric. It's enough horsepower. What's the VIN number? Because by the VIN number, that's the identification number. They go by that. That's how it tells them how much to charge you. Oh, been involved in many accidents. Wheels fall off when it hits in that. Yeah. Why would you buy a vehicle you're driving? Side hit. The wheel pops off. The passenger side wheel. Why would it pop off? Two vehicles that does that in today. That's pretty bad. Boy, what the heck is going on? The cheapest way to get a vehicle today is wholesale. Or you walk into the dealership and you are an internet salesperson. But before you do all of that, and how do you become all of that? Find which dealership you want to go with and work with. parking in the driveway. Get on the phone, call the operator, tell them you want to talk to internet sales, right? And you tell them, hey, I'm coming in as an internet sales buyer, and say, hey, we'll take care of you. Okay, when can you come in? I'm here now. And you're sitting in the car. That's how you do it. And hopefully they'll give you a good deal. Forget about coming in off the street, walking in, because you'll be marked. Okay, they're marked. Easy prey. Charge you anything they want. When you have to be in control. You have to be in control when you go buy stuff in the grocery store. If it's too high, why are you buying in there? I know you can buy online. True. Prices are supposed to be a little cheaper because you're not going to go into the store to do it. This way, they guarantee that you're going to buy it. They run around. Hopefully, they can find what you want and don't substitute it. And then you can pick it up yourself, and they'll bring it out to your vehicle, or you can have somebody come and deliver it. And there's a tip. You have to pay that tip. So it costs more. So it's kind of hard to balance. We do both. I just find it interesting. Well, you don't have to go out no more. I like it when you go and pick things off the shelf. But when you go, they're pushing this big old cart and bumping into you, and you can't walk and can't find anything. And then everything's so high. Forget about the prices you know when you were a kid. Those are gone. Why is it high? And costs more. If they're putting chemicals and stuff in there to make it cost less, then why does it cost more? You ever answer why? Why? Can you never get the answer? Nobody knows what's happening. And there's another thing I'm going to talk about in another video because I'm going through right now, and I think it's bad. But we'll talk in another video. Hey, thanks for listening. Take care. We're gone.